thought I'd do a quick Wednesday waffle, considering that I had a few things to talk about, just light stuff mainly, nothing heavy. There's a lot of heavy stuff I could talk about, but you know, this is about entertainment, GV Games entertainment. So anyway, I was watching a film the other day called Rise of the Foot Soldier Part 4. I've seen all 4 of them. They're quite fun to watch, you know. They're fun films, but the only thing I think is that I take it with a pinch of salt. Number 1, because it's heavily exaggerated, and number 2, because the blokes in it are twats, you know. Right, it's entertaining, but they're bad people. You know, like knocking someone out on a golf course and going, "Ooh, yeah," like, there's sort of like yob culture there that people watch it and think they're like the guys, a bit like people who have like Marlon Brando plastered on their front room, you know, like wanting to be the Godfather. Don't subscribe to that, you know. Anyone can bash someone over the head with a hammer or shoot someone, you know. It takes a good man to actually go and do hours, go and work, you know. I'm not a believer really in you know, I think that sort of people are more respectable, you know, but whatever, you know, it's just a film. But one of the things I was going to say was Pat Tate, who's played by Craig Fairbrass. He's exaggerated. He's like a caricature of what the real Pat was, but he's so off the handle. Like, he's so treacherous. Not only is he very violent, but he's treacherous. Like, he'll turn on people straight away. And I just think anyone like that in organised crime, they wouldn't do very well. I think, like what Dave Courtney says, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. I actually agree with that. I think that's quite smart. Obviously there's rules. If you lie, if you steal, you die. But if you don't break those rules, you'll be alright some of the time. Only some, because of course, you know, it would be nice if there was that honour, you know, but you know, it's the underworld, people will double cross you. But the thing is as well, I think another thing that he said, which I agree with there, with the same sort of little proverb, whatever, I think, yeah, if you go around smashing everyone and batting people over the head, even when they've done what you said they were going to do, and like this Tate guy who's high on fucking steroids and coke, you're going to make so many enemies, you know. I'm not a gangster, right? Never would be, never want to be. But if someone, I don't know, if someone bashed my brother up or something, I'd want to do something, you know what I mean? I'm not even a gangster. So I think in that world, just being as fair as you can be, I guess, will give you a longevity. But you do also have to be very careful, very streetwise. That's why I wouldn't go into it. Number 1 is on moral basis, and number 2, because I'm not that sort of person, you know. I've always been a good boy, you know. So my brother's a bit more of a rebel, but he's not that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun, really. I like watching some of those films, even though they're silly, you know. You got the one with Carlton Leach where there's one of his best pals is this guy who likes to torture, and he actually gets a kick from it, and he's not afraid to say that in the film. And later on he gets stabbed to bits, and this Carlton's like, "Oh, I'm in bits, my friend's been stabbed." I'm thinking, well, yeah, fucking hell, look what he does to other people, you know. He deserves much worse than that. but the film kind of makes you want to feel sorry for them. It's a bit like Ray Liotta in Goodfellas. Henry Hill, who played him, wasn't as innocent, but he wasn't, it's true, wasn't like one of the heaviest type guys. The Jimmy Conway and, was it Paulie Verio? And Tommy, yeah, Tommy gets killed, doesn't he? But you're supposed to feel bad when Tommy goes and Jimmy's crying and that. Well, Jimmy's just killed like 8 of his pals. One of them, who is a bit of a flog, you know. But he's saying, "Can I have my 200?" as agreed, and the crew just whack him, you know, which that's trashy behaviour, and you know, throwing people in garbage trucks to get rid of them, and you know, it's like, oh, and now Tommy's dead. Oh, I mean, no, not really. It's just the way, you know, I don't like the way that violence is promoted in these things. It's alright on a level, but, you know, it's like kids and people who are a bit thick. They might take the sort of yob culture and adopt it a bit themselves, but it won't get you very far. You'll end up in prison. But yeah, just good films, but like, you know, I don't feel sorry for any of these guys. I mean, the main characters in the film are basically all bad guys in a lot of these films, so, you know, but, you know, that's just my thoughts, you know. As I said, I'm not actually involved in any of that. Do a bit of boxing, but, yeah, I don't think it'd be offered me because of the way I'm an honest person, but even if it was, I'd say no, of course, just on moral basis. But yeah, but it's alright. I'll watch it. I like how it's not too PC, you know. They haven't forced that shit into the film, injected it sideways into the film, which Hollywood love to do. So yeah, even though, but that's, as I said, you gotta take it with a pinch of salt. That's not how to behave as a bloke. But if you understand that, it's a bit like watching a comedy, really. Anyway, see you later, guys, and take care. God bless. Ta-ra.